Muhammadur Rasulullah Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram Amitna ala dinil Islam يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام أمتنا على
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to welcome all new students of semester 1, 2022 and 2023 to today's postgraduate Taaruf program. Allow me to introduce myself a bit so you won't feel like you are still student. I'm Aisha from College of Human Sciences. I'm currently doing my master in developmental psychology. I'm in my semester 2. All right, so without further ado, I would like to invite Brother Kutaiba from PGSS for the Fatiha and also your recitation. Brother Kutaiba, please welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ربنا اشرح لنا صدورنا ويسر لنا أمورنا واحلل عقدة من ألسنتنا يفقهوا أقوالنا ربنا يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح ربنا زدنا علما ربنا زدنا علما ربنا زدنا علما اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Amin, 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 ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Brother Kutaiba from PGSS, Postgraduate Student Society, for the Du'a recitation. Again, I would like to welcome everyone to today's program, and as well as committee of CPS, Center for Postgraduate Studies, as well as member of PGSS, Postgraduate Student Society. All right, next for our tentative is I need everyone to stand because we're going to sing for our global song. IIUM song, so please do so. Thank you. Please sing wholeheartedly, like this is your last time to sing this song.
brighten the future. Share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason. We shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we, the Khalifa, we will fulfill the Amana. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Ikra. IIUM is to realize the meaning of Ramadan al-Alamin. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Ikra. IIUM is to realize the meaning of mercy to all the world, for all mankind.
Thank you everyone for your wholehearted listening. Please be seated. I actually love that song because it kind of reminds me of my role as Khalifa in the school. Wherever we go, something like that, it is to always to spread kindness and goodness to humankind, inshallah. So whenever you could speak it down, send that please listen to the song, okay? All right. Next, for our tentative start, we are going to listen to speeches from the president of IIUM, Tan Sri Samsudin Osman, as well as the director, Professor Tan Sri Datuk Zulkifli bin Abdul Razak, and the deputy director of IIUM, Professor Dr. Ahmad Faris Islam.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wa mursalin Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all new students to the International Islamic University of Malaysia, the Garden of Knowledge and Virtue, for semester 1, 2022-2020. Students who have officially enrolled and are part of the IIUM big family. Dear brothers and sisters, you have come from different backgrounds and cultures. Perhaps this is the first time some of you have been separated from your families in order to fulfill your responsibilities to get knowledge, even if you much leave behind the ones you love the most. This is a community that is highly integrated in terms of nationalities. We have students of over 100 nationalities studying at the university. So you must learn how to interact with people from different cultures and countries so that we can all maintain the harmonious living standard of the Muslim Ummah in this wonderful university garden of knowledge and virtue. Dear brothers and sisters, IIUM was established 40 years ago and will celebrate its 40th anniversary next year. Beginning in 1983 at Tri Kuliah with 187 students, we have grown tremendously to a total of 25,000 students today. IIUM has gone through a lot in terms of pursuing excellence and achievement and recognition. The university has implemented a number of strategic planning and sustainable development activities to ensure that it remains consistent and relevant to the education strategic development that is related to the development of the students' creativity and academic excellence. Dear brothers and sisters, all students are expected to work extremely hard in order to establish a leading reputation in which they are acknowledged and recognized by the international community. We eagerly await the efforts and contributions to be made by the new students to the university as a whole. On that note, I'd like to extend once again a very warm welcome to all of you. We firmly believe that your presence at this university will inspire us to continue to play a leading role in contributing to society at the national and global level. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu asyrafil anbiya mursalin sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. La haula wala quwwata illa billah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My fellow students, brothers and sisters, let us begin by thanking Allah Subhanahu wa taala for this opportunity for us to meet and wish you well and welcome you to this university. Indeed, we are very excited to have you in the university in the numbers that we are indeed very proud of. Over 4,000 of you will be joining this university. I would like to first of all congratulate all of you for being chosen to be part of the larger family of the International Islamic University and then begin your journey and your career from the step onwards within this university. Indeed, I would like to remind you that you are very fortunate to be chosen into this university, not only because it is a very competitive sort of a selection and also the choice that you need to make, but this university, more importantly, is quite different from the many other universities that I know or that you will find out later. This university has a mission that is even broader than many other universities around the world. We talk about Rahmatan lil Alamin. We talk about mercy to all, which means to say that this university must have a vision and also the desire to serve everybody, every creation that Allah Subhanahu wa taala has created. And therefore, the thinking, the mindset, the kind of outlook that we need to create within the university is much more challenging than other places around the world. This is something that I would like to emphasize from the beginning because you want to structure your thinking, your mindset, your perspective, that everybody and everything that is created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes our amanah, to look after them, not only to look after them, but to cherish and to make sure they prosper at the end of the day. That is the purpose of education in this university, and that's also the purpose of our being as a human being, particularly as a Muslim, to meet this amanah through the knowledge that you're going to gain from this university and then moving forward to make yourself relevant as far as the world around us is concerned. This university is also known as a garden of knowledge and virtue. Again, a very highly symbolic phrase that talks about the university is just not about buildings. It's just not about rooms, labs, and laboratories and libraries, but also encompasses the nature around it. It is like a garden that talks about everything that belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as part of the natural creation that we need also to learn from. These are creation that gives us signs and signals of the existence of the one God, and more importantly, how we interact with the environment around us. And therefore, when we talk about knowledge, it is a knowledge of this interaction to make everything prosperous as much as possible and in harmony with one another. And this is where the word virtue comes in the sense of a value that will impart to you that makes this university a special university to all of you. These are the learning purposes of this university that I hope you will get acquainted with as you move into your classes or lectures or whatever else that you want to do. But all of this, because of the Rahmatan lil Alamin and the garden of knowledge and virtue, is all structured in a way that we are engaged with the community within the university and also outside the university. And therefore, we will be in contact with many of these people around us so that we can also learn from them as part and parcel of the university's mission to move ahead. These are some of the salient points that I want you to take note. We will talk about this a lot more as we go into the Taaruf week or as you go into your classes, that you will find out much more from your lecturers and from your seniors as to what this university is all about. Because you're coming in at a very early stage, there's a lot more rooms to learn from. There's many things that needs to be unlearned perhaps so that we can relearn new things and make things better, not only for yourself, but for the university and the community around it. So on that note, I wish you well. I wish you the best that there is. And I wish you also will be more excited to be part and parcel of this university, to contribute to the university, and to make the university the best that there is, so that we all can be very proud of this international Islamic university that is in Malaysia and that is well known not only among Malaysians but the world over. We need to protect and make sure that the image of the university remains high. We need to make sure that this university is visible and becomes relevant as far as education is concerned, and more importantly, as far as its contribution to the people around it, around the world, in the spirit of Rahmatan lil Alamin. On that note, we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are given the strength and also the hidayah to move forward together and to ensure that this university, as we go into the 40th anniversary next year, we will be able to show and demonstrate what this university is all about. So on that note, wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. My fellow students, brothers and sisters, let me at the onset welcome all of you to the Garden of Knowledge and Virtue, the International Islamic University, Malaysia. This is a very exciting moment for all of us because we are accepting about 5,000 students for this new semester 1, 2022-2033 in October 2022 from all over the world. Brothers and sisters, this university is very unique. distinctive in the world because our vision and mission are very different compared with other universities. Our vision and mission is to promote rahmatan lil alamin, mercy for all the worlds, through Iqra and Khalifah as well as Amanah. So I hope that all of you, the new students of IIUM, will fully understand the vision and mission of IIUM and make it part of your personal vision and mission as you embark in the journey at this university. I would like to congratulate all of you for choosing this university, and I hope that you will use this opportunity of your presence in this university to interact and to engage with many world-renowned scholars, staff, and students from all over the world, and this should become a very good preparation ground for you to become the future leaders of the Ummah and also of the country. At this university, under the Sejahtera academic framework, we are talking about holistic education, humanizing education, training staff and students to be engaged with real problems facing the humanity. We are training our staff and students to go and engage with the community to identify real problems facing the community, facing the society, facing the nation, with the hope that our students can come out with innovative and creative ideas in providing real solutions to all the problems facing our community. Indeed, with bright students like all of you, we believe that we have the capacity and the capability to bring new ideas, to provide the solutions in solving the problems that are now a big challenge to all of us, not only in Malaysia, but all over the world. I would like to welcome especially our international students to Malaysia. Malaysia just celebrated our 65th anniversary of independence with the theme Malaysian Family and Strong Together. Therefore, I wish to welcome all the international students to the Malaysian and IIUM family, and we believe that if we stand together as one big family, and if we work together, then we can overcome all the obstacles and we become stronger and we can bring high impact, positive impact to the society and the community around us. Of course, brothers and sisters, my fellow students, there is no shortcut to any successes. Therefore, all of us, lecturers, staff, and students must work hard for our success, not only in this world, but in the hereafter. So at the end, I hope that you will enjoy and benefit your stay at IIUM, the Garden of Knowledge and Virtue, and I look forward to interact and to engage with all of you to get your ideas and your suggestions and how can we work together to come up with solutions for the betterment of the society and the world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to the right path. Wa billahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We are a place of accomplishments. From humble beginnings, we have broken barriers in records. From the rawness of basic knowledge, we have instilled values. Values that inculcate the blossoming of minds and the bestowing of virtue. Our accomplishments have touched the lives of so many. For indeed, our infusing of virtue with knowledge has been the key to our success. Why are we always striving? Why do we keep pushing the boundaries? Why do we constantly try to bring out the best in each of us? Because here, no matter where you're from, you are accorded the same right to succeed. We want them to build a better future, where good is not just created, but sustained. We stand for excellence in our students, shaping their values and developing the world. We strive for inspiration in our graduates, inspiring their dreams into reality. We want to go beyond the imaginable and bring out virtue beyond any barriers. To improve the quality of life everywhere, physically and spiritually. IIUM provides the best conducive learning environment for all students, offering a wide variety of amenities in the pursuit of knowledge. Opening avenues to reach the furthest realms of enlightenment. The International Islamic University of Malaysia. The garden of knowledge and virtue.
We make the world a better place forever. Expand the culture of Iqra. IIUM is to realize the meaning of mercy to all the world, for all mankind.
There are some corrections, but I think you can proceed.
During this table topic session.
That was for my master's degree.
Now, for my PhD.
Sorry, Abdullah. I think now we are ready for your PhD Viva.
Okay, doctor. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. My name is Abdullah.
And today I'll be presenting my Viva. It is basically about rethinking human security in the midst of chaos and crisis in West Africa.
First, because after the session, after done with this briefing, we're going to have a Q&A show. Tommy, please welcome to speech.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope everybody is in a good shape and good health, right? Are you going to share my slides?
Saya akan share. Betul tu. Betul masuk semua. Tujuan.
Okay, ada ikut. For your postgraduate studies. Research dissertation or thesis
dissertation in the context of IIUM meant for master's degree, whereas this is meant for PhD. Okay. And then graduation related policies. So at CPS, we are taking care of you from your enrollment at this university until your graduation. Inshallah. So for academic matters, first thing first, please keep yourself alert with academic calendar when your semester begins. So I hope you already have in mind when your academic semester start. So who knows when your academic semester start for this semester 1, 2022, 2023. It start at 10 October. So where to find this academic calendar? Just click the CPS website. So you may find this academic calendar and alert yourself the beginning of the semester and the end of the semester. Where will be the examination period? It is there in this academic calendar. And then, all right, before you embark in master's program at your respective kuliah or department, you need to fulfill the language requirement, right? You already set for EPT, APT, done already, right? You got the result already, or not yet? Or not yet, all right. For language requirement, you need to provide the results to SETPAC to enable you to register for courses at your respective department or kuliah or center of studies. So you need to, for general English language entry requirements, if you manage to get the minimum score, for example, all art-based programs with English as a medium of instruction, for example, from kuliah of education, kuliah of engineering, kuliah of ICT, which is, they are all use English as a medium of instruction. If you have TOEFL, you just give the result of your TOEFL to SETPAC, and if you manage to get the minimum TOEFL paper-based 550 or computer-based 213 or internet-based 79, so you will give the exit by SETPAC. So you may register your courses straight away to the kuliah, okay, or the department or the center of studies. Or if you have IELTS before you enroll this university, you give your result IELTS 6.0 minimum, okay, minimum. So you may register at the kuliah or department. But you need to get the exit through SETPAC, not CPS, okay, SETPAC. If you seek for EPT, for example, by SETPAC administrative exam, and you manage to get minimum 6.0, you are also able to register the course straight away at the kuliah. For Malaysian, if they have MOE and they score 4.5, so they are also eligible to register at the kuliah. This is for all art-based programs with English as a medium of instruction. For all science technology-based programs and IRK bilingual programs, a bit lower, okay? 500 for TOEFL, 5.0 for IELTS, 5.0 for EPT, 3.5 for MUET, and all programs with Arabic as a medium of instruction or programs with English as the medium of instruction. This is dissertation written in Arabic, a bit lower, 4 to 5 TOEFL, 3.0 IELTS, EPT 3.0, MUET 2.5, because they not require English as a medium of instruction, as a medium of writing thesis. So the requirement is a bit lower. But there are certain kuliah, they come up with certain specific English language entry requirements. Previously, it is general statement, but there are kuliah due to the nature of studies at their respective kuliah and due to the nature of English language used in that particular kuliah. So they come up with whether the higher proficiency in the language or lower proficiency in the language. For example, in Kuliah of Education, COED stands for Kuliah of Education, Master of Education, teaching English as a second language, because it is related to teaching English as a second language. They set up a bit higher English language entry requirements. TOEFL, for example, they set up 600 paper-based requirement to be registered at their respective program, and 7.0 IELTS, EPT 7.0, MUET 5.0. This is for Kuliah of Education. To be specific, Master of Education, teaching English as a second language. For IRK programs with Arabic as a medium of instruction, for example, Department of Arabic, Department of Quran Sunnah, Department of Fiqh and Usul al-Fiqh, for example, they are using Arabic as a medium of instruction. So TOEFL for 2.5, IELTS 3.0, EPT 3.0, MUET 2.5, a bit lower, right? Programs of English language studies, English literature studies, and applied linguistic studies at IRK, they set up a very high requirements, 600, 7.0. They are not required EPT for as a minimum requirement for international applicants. But they set up 7.0 for local and international students graduated from Malaysian Institute of Higher Learning. For MUET 5.0. So these are the specific requirements set up by Kuliah, apart from the general requirements that I mentioned just now. We also have Kuliah of Language and Management. They also have their specific requirements for language. So you may have a look at it in the PG regulations. So I'm not here to deliberate more on this minimum requirements. IBF, ICAL, they have their minimum entry requirements, specific requirements for English language. But for Kuliah of Medicine, it is not entry requirements. English is not their entry requirements, but it is graduation requirement, meaning that they may take English EPT at any time without having this EPT test. They are not able to graduate. And this is meant for clinical specialist training programs as a graduation requirement, not entry requirement. They may enter the Kuliah straight away without taking EPT, but they need to take EPT at any time they want. We also have Arabic requirement. General Arabic language entry requirements. And these Arabic language entry requirements are applicable to all programs with Arabic as a medium of instruction. They need to score 7.0 if they are if the student taking a master program in IRK, for example, Department of Arabic, Department of Quran Sunnah, Department of Fiqh Usul Fiqh, which are using Arabic as a medium of instruction, they need to score minimum 7.0 to enable them to register courses at the department. And all programs with English as the medium of instruction, but the student want their thesis to write in Arabic. For example, they are from Kuliah of Education, but they want to write their thesis or dissertation in Arabic because they are confident with that language. So the score of APT, minimum 7.0. Provided that the Kuliah itself has supervisor that able to supervise in Arabic as well. And also when they want to write the thesis in Arabic, they need to get the approval from Arabic language committee. Arabic language committee for writing thesis in Arabic in the programs that not using Arabic as a medium of instruction. Education, Institute of Islamic Banking, for example, if the students want to do their thesis, write their thesis in Arabic, they may do so, but they need to take Arabic placement tests. We also have specific Arabic language entry requirements for IRK, programs of IRK with English as the medium of instruction. For example, in IRK, we have Department of Usuluddin and Comparative Religion. They are using more English than Arabic. In this regard, APT minimum 5.0. Programs of IRK with Arabic as the medium of instruction, thesis and dissertation is written in English language, 5.0, and the rest KLM, Kuliah Language and Management, 6.5. These are the specific Arabic language entry requirements for this respective Kuliah. For international students, effective from your cohort, you need to take Malay language, basic Malay language. Since you are here in Malaysia, why not you take Bahasa Melayu? This is for introductory course only in Bahasa Melayu. As a graduation requirement, you may take this language at any time. As a graduation requirement. Effective cohort intake semester 1, your cohorts. Right. All right, move on to procedures, policies related to registration. I hope you are aware of this IIUM. You may you need to activate this IIUM for you to register courses and also other related academic services. Through IIUM, you may find many modules here that you may do it for registration, web-based course registration. So why it is there? Close it. Check course schedule, also check study plan, online app drop of course, access to iMonitor system, and generate financial statement. You may do so through iMaklum. For course registration policies, I think most of you are aware of your selection of programs, whether you are postgraduate through the modes of coursework or mixed mode or research. So all of you need to register. Any change of mode of study, you may change your mode of study only once while you are studying. Maybe you want to change the modes of study from mixed mode to coursework or coursework to mixed mode. You may do so. But you must get approval from the respective Center of Studies and endorsement by the UCPS, University Committee for Postgraduates, UCPS. Change status of study. You may change your status of study from PT part-time to full-time or full-time to part-time. You may do so as well. But you may allow to do so only once in your study period, subject to the approval of the CPS and endorsement by the University Committee for Postgraduate. But I think it is okay for Malaysian to do so, but for international, because they will, if I'm not mistaken, because they already got the visa, and in your visa it is specified straight away whether you are mixed mode or coursework. I'm not sure about that, but if it is there, you are not able to do this kind of changes. It will affect your visa later on. You may clarify this with international office. So you need to register online for courses. When you are getting your EPT and APT results, you may register your courses at your respective department or kuliah or centers of studies. Don't go to CPS to register your courses because we are not registering your courses. Your courses should be registered at the kuliah, right? Or department. What department you belong to? Go to the department. The secretary will do the registration for you. But if you're able to do it online, do it online. If you have difficulties to do online, you may go to the departments and then seek help from the secretary of the departments to register for you, right? Course registration. A student is required to maintain a registered status in regular semester throughout the period of his studies. We are facing many problems because of many postgraduate students, they forget, or I don't know whether they are in a state of ignorance, that they need to register every semester. They need to register every semester. This semester, you need to register. Next semester, you need to register the courses, right? A student shall not be allowed to register a course after 1 week from the beginning of a regular semester or 3 days from the beginning of short semester. Student will receive a status of NR, not registered, if he or she fails to register any course by the 4th week of the semester. You will get this status if you're not registered. During this time, the student must apply for a leave of absence or appeal to register for courses. And the appeal should be done through department or center of studies. By week 12, if your status remains non-registered, student will be terminated from studies. So remember the importance of registration every semester. Don't forget. And then you may apply leave of absence, and student will be given maximum of 1 academic year throughout his or her study period. Leave of absence more than 1 year, you must get approval from the Dean's Council meeting, and it should be endorsed by Senate. So don't trouble yourself to take more than the maximum leave of absence. And then application for leave of absence shall be made to the respective center of studies. Again, it is not CPS for you to apply for leave of absence. Go to the kuliah and do the necessary needful for leave of absence. All right. This is the registration of courses, expected semester to register for master mixed mode courses. Semester to register, semester 1 and 2 for full-time, semester 1 until 3 for part-time. Research proposal, you need to register for your research proposal at semester 2. And then you need to register for dissertation, semester 3 and 4, right? This is for full-time. For research only, research proposal, you need to register semester 1 and 2. For thesis itself, semester 2 until semester 4. For PhD mixed mode courses, semester 1 until semester 3, you need to do the registration, research proposal, semester 3, dissertation, semester 3 until semester 6. This is for full-time, thesis, and then for research only, research proposal, semester 1 and 2. This is semester 2 until semester 6, you need to do registration. When we mention about registration of this research proposal of thesis, meaning that you need to get the signature of your supervisor, meaning that you need to show him the progress of your writing. Some students, because they have no progress, they're reluctant to see their supervisor, and then the status of registration is not there in the system because they didn't do anything. This is another issue that we are facing, right? So you need to continuously do your job, do your research work, and because the supervisor may give remark satisfactory or non-satisfactory remarks. If there are non-satisfactory remarks for 2 consecutive semesters, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. So make sure you are progressing in your studies every semester. And also, fees also needs to be paid as prerogative, not simply as prerogative. Right? Next, study period. For master full-time, you may finish by 1 academic year, minimum duration. Meaning that if you are coursework, perhaps also you are not able to finish by 1 academic year. Perhaps it extends to 1.5 years based on the subject offered. All right. Master by mixed mode, you need to take certain courses and do your research work. Yeah, you may able to finish with but do your thesis. You already consult your supervisor, and then at the end of 1 year, you finish your, everything, courses as well. It can be done. It is possible. But you need to plan carefully. This is the minimum duration for master full-time. Maximum, of course, there is beyond that, but it is not encouraged to go beyond your maximum. Itu pun pening kepala, itu pun stress. This is unnecessary stress. If you go beyond a maximum period, your friend already graduated, attended convocation, and you are still here struggling teman-teman sini. So better to finish within the time frame, right? Master of Education Counseling, minimum duration is 2 years because they are abided by the board of counseling. So minimum is 2, normal is 3, maximum is 4. Master by coursework kuliah of medicine, KON medicine. This is not a specialist training program. So minimum duration 1 year, normal duration 1 year, maximum duration 2 years. Master by coursework kuliah of dentistry, minimum 1 year, normal 1 year, maximum 2 years. Kuliah of nursing 2 years minimum, normal 2 years, maximum 4 years. PhD, minimum 2 years. You may be able to finish your PhD within 2 years. No sleeping times, no rest. It's 2 years. It is manageable. When everything is available and you are very hardworking, you can manage to finish it within 2 years. Normal 3 years, maximum 6 years. 6 years. Clinical Master Kuliah of Medicine. This is meant for specialist training program. Minimum is 4 years. Normal is 4 years. Maximum 7 years. Clinical Doctoral or PhD Kuliah of Medicine. Minimum 3 years, normal 3 years, maximum 6 years, clinical doctoral PhD kuliah dentistry, minimum 3 years, normal 3 years, maximum 4 years. Okay, policies related to extension of study period. A student who has exhausted the normal study period must apply to the UCPS University Committee for Postgraduate Studies upon the recommendation of the Kuliah Postgraduate Committee for an extension of his or her studies. If you exhausted a normal study period, you may apply for extension. The extension may be granted up to the maximum period. So there are many chances for you to finish your studies. Reinstatement of studies. Any terminated student who is terminated because of non-registration of courses will have to appeal to the Dean's Council meeting for reinstatement of studies. Dean's Council meeting may approve or reject the appeal of reinstatement within 12 months after termination. You are not registering yourself for the semester, 2 consecutive semesters, and then you say, oh, I need to focus on my studies. My father is keep on asking when you are going to finish your studies. So, and I need to register. You are not able to. You already terminated at that point of time. What you need to do is that you need to apply for reinstatement of studies. Reinstatement of studies. But it is up to the decision of this council meeting to approve or reject your application. If not, you need to apply fresh admission. You need to restart your journey again. All right. Approve or reject the appeal for reinstatement within 12 months after termination is the prerogative of DCM, this council meeting. But reinstatement beyond 12 months after termination, you need to get the Senate approval. Examination policies. Examination grades and grade points. So in general, grades and grade points that we are using, especially for coursework, is this following scores. A 80 to 100. It is excellent, and it will appear in your transcript as a pass with 4.0. 75 to 79 A minus, which is 3.67. CGPA extremely good. 70 to 74 B plus 3.33, very good, pass. 65 B, good, pass. But you may face problem if you get the 60 to 64 scores in your coursework, which is B minus, 2.67, fairly good, conditional pass. 60 to 64 until 0 to 39, you are in problematic situation. You need to get 3 above, 3 pointers above, in order to make your journey pleasant. All right. For Kuliah of Dentistry and clinical programs grading system, 80 and above is considered as a distinction grade. 60 to 79.9 pass, 59.9 and below fail, 55 to 59.9 shall be called for borderline viva. This is meant specifically for Kuliah of Dentistry, whereas Kuliah of Medicine, they are using this scale above or equal to 50 pass in their clinical specialist training, less than 50 is considered failed. This is for the kuliah medicine. So you are eligible to continue studies if you get more or equal to 3.0. You are eligible to continue your studies or graduate. If less than that, you are not able to graduate until you achieve the level of 3.0. What should you do when you get less than 3.0? You may ask your kuliah. They have the way how to do that, how to save you, how to bring you from zuluma ila Noor, from the darkness to the light. All right, whether to have alternative courses, or whether to do this oral evaluation, they have their way how to save you, right? For research, students should be given proper supervision from the beginning. The selection of supervisor or co-supervisor will be based on relevant expertise in line with students' research interests. You may request for to be under certain supervision, and the department also have their right to appoint supervisor for you. Okay. So it is based on the discussion. An application made by student for the appointment of supervisor shall be submitted to the department with the written consent from the proposed supervisor upon the recommendation of Kuliah Postgraduate Committee. A student may apply with genuine reasons to change supervisor. Students have the right to change the supervisor. All mixed mode students, also supervisor, have the right to withdraw himself from being a supervisor to the student. All mixed mode students should be assigned a supervisor no later than the second semester of their studies. This is the department responsibility to give a supervisor no later than the second semester of their studies, because at what's happened?
Internet.
has completed at least 60% of the required coursework, has successfully defended proposal defense. Okay, proposal defense. The research proposal has been approved by the KPGC, and within the study period or the approved extended study period of registration for mixed mode and research as follows. For mixed mode research proposal, expect the semester to register at semester 2. You need to register your research proposal. This is for full-time, part-time at semester 3. Dissertation for mixed mode 3 and 4 at semester 3 and 4. Research proposal semester 1 and 2. Dissertation semester 2 until semester 4. This is the word limit for your dissertation. Dissertation master by research. Dissertation by research not exceeding 50,000 words. This is for master's program, 50,000 words. Dissertation by mixed mode, a bit lesser than research dissertation, 20,000 words. For research or project paper, 7,000 or 10,000 words. This is meant for Kuliah of Medicine because they are not using thesis and dissertation. They are preparing research work, research paper or project paper. So 7,000 to 10,000 words only. If the thesis is written in Arabic language for master's dissertation, not exceeding 50,000 words. If you want to submit your research work, you need to notify the deputy dean of your kuliah and also CPS at least 3 months by research or 1 month by mixed mode notification. You need to send your notification of intention to submit research work, because during this 3 months or 1 month we need to find examiners. That's why notification is required before the date you want to submit the research. When the kuliah postgraduate committee has received such a notification, they shall appoint an examiner for the research work. Upon submission, the student will be given TE status. This is examine status. This is not termination status. TE means the thesis is being evaluated by the examiners, and he or she will be excluded. No charge, no fees for the student during TE period. So you will be excluded from any tuition and examination fees until your status is declared as graduated. So this is the system will work like that, right? Evaluation of master thesis. So we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of evaluation. Pass, meaning that the dissertation requires minimal improvement in spelling, grammar, and syntax, only very minor correction. So you are considered pass. It is just technical or grammatical mistakes only found in your dissertation. There are pass, but with minor revision to be completed in 1 month. This is for master dissertation, which requires reforming of chapters, improvement in research objectives or statement, insertion of missing references, amendment of inaccurately cited references. You cite your references wrongly, so it is corrected. So this is under the passive minor revision. Improvement in spelling, minimal improvement in spelling, grammar, syntax, and presentation are required. So it will be fall under the category of passive minor revision to be completed in 1 month. Passive major revision to be completed in 3 months. This is major revision. It means that major revision of the literature, methodology, data analysis, and overall improvement of the dissertation that requires major overhaul. We also have a resubmission with or without viva voce in 6 months. This is also another categories for master dissertation by research or by mixed mode. Not meeting the scope and objective of the research, obvious flaws in methodology requires additional data collection. The candidate has to revise and resubmit the dissertation for further examination. And the last is fail. Na'udzubillah min fashal. So when a dissertation is so fundamentally flawed in conception, methodology, analysis, the thesis is about something else, but your analysis is about something else. So it is not tally with the title, not in conformity with the objectives of the research, not able to come up with findings of the research. This is elements that that bring a failure to the research itself, to the dissertation itself. And then for PhD thesis, mixed mode research proposal, you need to register for full-time during your 3rd semester and part-time during your 5th semester. Thesis itself, you need to register during your 3rd semester until 6th semester. For research mode of study, research proposal during your 1st semester and 2nd semester, thesis during your 2nd semester until your 6th semester. The important thing is you need to register at every stage of your thesis or your proposal. There are students who are living Malaysia and they forgot to register their thesis. They consider, oh, no need to register. I have my own student who I keep on reminding him the importance of registering, but he just take it for granted. So he was terminated by the university, by the system, by the university. And once he got the letter of termination, he suddenly came back from he's from Qatar and asking the way how to save him. No other way to save except to apply for reinstatement, but he is beyond 12 months, beyond 1 year, So it requires fresh admission, because the university never tolerates this kind of Senate will not tolerate with this kind of attitude, non-registration for more than 1 year. They may consider if it is within 1 year for reinstatement of studies. Reinstatement meaning that you may continue your studies as usual, but beyond 1 year, if you're still interested to continue your studies, you may apply as a fresh. You need to enter this kind of briefing once again. All right. Submission, a doctoral candidate who wants to submit his research, this is for PhD thesis, he needs to notify the deputy dean of his or her respective kuliah. If you are from Asst, KHS, you need to notify the office of your deputy dean that you intend to submit your thesis at least 4 months before the date of submission. Okay? If you want to submit your thesis by December, for example, 4 months before December, you need to send the intention to submit your research work. Why? Because the kuliah will find the examiner for you, internal as well as external examiners. This is because the process will take longer, finding the examiners and then approval of the examiners by the kuliah, by the university. That's why 4 months is the time given for after the notification intention to submit research work. When the KPGC has received such a notification, they shall appoint an examiner for the research work. Once the research work is ready for submission by the supervisor, he shall certify that it is of acceptable standard. So when you want to submit the research, your supervisor will read the whole draft of your thesis, and he will make sure that the thesis is up to the standard. Okay? It is a similar check report must be generated by the supervisor, meaning that the will be conducted by the supervisor to verify whether the thesis is genuine, has its originality or not, or copied from somewhere else, plagiarized from somewhere else. So this is the responsibility of your supervisor. The candidate shall submit a soft copy of the research work to the Center of Studies. Upon submission, the TE status, the thesis examination status will be given, and the student will be excluded from any tuition fees. Okay. Evaluation for PhD, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. Pass with minor revision to be completed in 6 months. Pass with major revision to be completed within 6 months to 12 months. If you manage to do the correction less than 6 months, it is also acceptable. Resubmission, there are also thesis requires resubmission, and sometimes with viva again, or sometimes without viva. It is based on the decision of the examiners. Well, I think this thesis requires reviva, for example. So the student needs to sit for the viva once again. If not, then I think the thesis has improved a lot. I'm satisfied with the quality of the thesis. No need to call the student for viva. This is another decision by the examiners. It will be resubmitted to your examiners to be completed within the period of 12 to maximum period of 18 months. Failure. Okay. This is the last category of thesis evaluation. In CPS, we have come up with the system to reduce the using of paper-based forms. So I encourage all of you during your thesis, during your research proposal, starting from your research proposal until the submission of your thesis, okay, to use this iMonitor. Training has been done to many academic staff to use this iMonitor. So iMonitor, so you have iMaklum, you have iMonitor, you have another platform, iViva. iMonitor will cover the period of thesis proposal until the submission of your thesis. All right. And iViva will take place upon your intention of submission until Viva itself, until your thesis to be deposited into library, soft copy. So until graduation, you are using the platform of iViva. So please have a look at iMonitor first. So we have in iMonitor, it is a system developed to help monitoring the progress of research work of postgraduate students. You may do the appointment with your supervisor through iMonitor. You may write down your logbook module. You may we have progress report module in iMonitor. We also have GOT monitoring module in iMonitor. You may register your research work also through iMonitor. This is the platform that we are currently developed at CPS. Research progress, you yourself can see your research progress through iMonitor, and your supervisor also able to monitor your progress through the system. This is iViva. It will take place once you may do the notification of submission of your research work through iViva until your graduation. So this is the process after iMonitor. To complement iMonitor system that is used to monitor the progress of student research work, help students to manage their thesis and dissertation submission online. So it starts with intention to submit of your research work. So you need to submit your abstract. It also involves examiner selection. This is for the kuliah, not for you. Okay. There are functions for you, there are functions for the kuliah. You are not able to see who are your examiners through this system. It's a system divided for student and for the kuliah, for the center of studies. Thesis tracking, Viva examination, Viva thesis submission, copyright, and many other types of module. Final submission to student repository submission, because your thesis should be submitted to the library at the end. So you just submit to this iViva. No need to go to the library anymore to submit your thesis. And we are no longer practice the submission of hardbound copy. No need for you to go and photocopy the hardbound 400 pages, 300 pages of PhD thesis. We have no enough space to keep your thesis. Right? Even we are hiring at another place to keep your thesis. We have no enough space. Submission of research must, but the flow is still the same, but using the system itself, using iViva or using the iMonitor. It is not under my purview to explain to you this kind of system, because it is under another deputy dean of CPS, Prof. Shahrul Naim. So he will give every academic staff briefing on how to use iMonitor, and I will be the one who developed the system. Okay. For graduation, you need to fulfill all these requirements. Fulfillment of language, admission requirements.
Another voice of mine.
And then
fulfillment of language admission requirements. Attainment of minimum CGPA 3.0 for the courses.
Fulfillment of the minimum credit hours, pass the practical training, practicum, fieldwork, pass the comprehensive exam, if any, because as far as the knowledge is concerned, there is comprehensive examination for the student at the College of Engineering. Pass the thesis, dissertation, research paper, meet the standard criteria of publication at all centers of studies based on the publication equivalence. You need to come up with articles in journals in order for you to graduate. For master's degree by mixed mode, this provision is not applicable. No need for you to publish any article, but it is good for you to publish something from your research work, but it is not applicable for as a requirement for graduation. Master's degree by mixed mode. For master's clinical specialist training, minimum publication equivalency is 0.3. We will look at what is 0.3 that that this master's clinical specialist student may do to fulfill this requirement. It just what we call it 0.3. It's just for poster presentation and presentation in non-index conference proceedings. You publish your article in non-index conference proceedings or any publication recognized by Center of Studies. It's enough for the busy doctors. Master's degree by research, minimum publication equivalency is 0.9. So what is 0.9? 0.6. Index conference proceeding. You publish in index conference proceeding. The conference, they come up with the index proceeding. In my site, Scopus or WOS 0.6. So you may be able to graduate if you fulfill this requirement. And PhD by mixed mode or industrial, minimum PE 1. You may publish in index journal, you may publish in combination of non-index journal plus index conference proceeding to get 1 point. PhD by research, minimum publication equivalency is 2, at least 1 publication equivalency from index journal. So you need to publish 2 articles in index journal. 1 of them should be index journal. The rest can be from non-index journal, or from poster presentation. So this is for PhD by research. Minimum PE is 2, at least 1 from index journal. For the career of engineering, the postgraduate students are required to meet the standard criteria of publication based on the publication equivalence. So master's degree by mixed mode, they need to fulfill the minimum publication 0.3. They may do this poster and publish in non-index conference proceedings or any publication recognized by Center of Studies to get 0.3 for master's degree by mixed mode in engineering. Master's degree by research, minimum PE is 1. It can be 1 in index journal, 1 PE from index journal. Okay. If master's degree by research, no combination is acceptable, right? PhD by mixed mode, minimum PE 1. So it can be a combination of number 2 or number 3 to get 1, or just number 1 index journal. PhD by research, minimum PE is 2, at least 2 from index journal. This is for PhD by research, you need to publish 2 articles in index journal. Conferment of the degree, students may confer a master's degree or a PhD if the following conditions have been fulfilled. It has fulfilled all requirements stipulated in PG regulation. If the conferment of the degree upon him has been endorsed by the Senate Graduation Committee meeting, and if he has cleared all dues owed to the university. Make sure you are clear from any finance, or if you have traffic offenses, you need to clear that. If you have fines in the library, you need to clear that. So you have the long list of things needs to be cleared prior to graduation. We are also look into the importance of graduation on time, GOT, right? So you are considered graduate on time if you are master student full time and you manage to finish your study within 2 years. Graduation on time. Master part-time considered 4 years as graduation on time. PhD 3 years is considered graduation on time. PhD part-time 6 years is considered graduation on time. If you are lucky, you will get the award in the during the convocation ceremony, right? For graduation on time. Termination of candidature, a student's candidate status will be terminated if he withdraws from the university and if he is found to have breached the disciplinary code as stipulated in the University Disciplinary Act. There are initiatives for research quality. This is under the prerogative of Research Management Center, RMC. Education for every student, 500 ringgit once for a period of study to present paper at conference, or for publication fee of journal article. Research publication facilitation fee of up to 5K per year by RMC. Higher award for students secured as graduate research assistants in funded research. 100% or 50% tuition fee waived if you secure this higher award. So where to find this PG regulation? You may find it in CPS website. There is under PG regulation. So your cohort onwards will be under this revised postgraduate rules and regulations. So you may do the Taaruf of this PG regulation from time to time. So thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum. This is Maruf. I'm doing my PhD in Usuluddin in mixed mood program. So my question is, for example, when it comes to the publication, if some students if we cannot publish on time, but he finished his thesis, everything. So in that case, I mean, how will you consider? Do we need to wait for like revision?
No, what we may consider in a previous practice, the letter of approval to publish can be considered. You send your article to a certain journal, and it has been accessed by the publication, for example, next year. But your article is approved to be published, so we need to get the letter.
Acceptance.
It is acceptance letter, yeah. Acceptance letter, it is considered. Any other question?
We have some online.
What is that?
Check.
Okay. I have a question for PhD research. Is it adequate as long as it is an index journal, or there are certain required journal Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4? As far as the CPS rules and regulation is concerned, it is index journal. Index journal is is enough for you as fulfillment of the requirement for graduation. All the language entry requirements are not applicable to IIUM graduate students. Yes, IIUM students, they are exempted from these language entry requirements because they already sit for these language requirements during their undergraduates. Okay.
Ada lagi satu tak tu?
Ada lagi.
Yang bawah language. Oh. Dia nak tengok kat screen. Kat screen ada. Bacakan betul.
When can I start register for iMonitor? It is stated in my iMonitor that there is no detail. This is my first semester of taking research on the and I'm not doing any online course registration yet. So the question is, when can I start register for iMonitor?
iMonitor. Yeah, iMonitor is during when you start your research. When you start your research, if you are taking research mode only, so you may register for iMonitor in your first semester. But if you are you may register through iMonitor at your second semester.
Any questions?
Question from the audience?
Shahmi, and I'm doing a master's in communication, Department of Communication.
Human sciences.
Yes, human science. Regarding the nomination for supervisors. So for me, my mode is a mixed mode.
Okay.
So I have to do the nomination in second semester.
Yeah.
And so for the nominations, it will be done by the students or by the kuliah?
I'm not so sure about the policy of your department. I think that one you may ask your respective department. At the Department of Usuluddin, the department will appoint supervisor to students. There are different way of appointment. Students, sometimes it comes from students, sometimes it comes from the department, because the department, due to certain KPI that they, for all staff, they need all staff to get the supervision, so they appoint those staff who are not given any supervision to supervise. So this is, but you may discuss with any professors in the department. I want you to supervise me. Please, during the meeting, please highlight my name or whatsoever. If the department is doing the appointment, so you need to have a kind of discussion, or just discuss with the head of the department itself.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay. Oh, too many questions. I have two questions. I'm new student for master research. Do I need to sit for EET if I pass the minimum score from week 2? I still can't access IIUM even already pre-registered up until today. What should I do? I already emailed CPS 2 times and called, but they asked me to wait for email by financial department, but still, thanks. I'm not sure which kuliah Noor Ifatul Hana belongs to, because I'm afraid that he belongs to the kuliah that fits certain specific requirement for language. So I advise her to look into PG rules and regulation regarding the general entry requirements as well as specific entry requirements for the respective kuliah.
It's from pharmacy.
From pharmacy. Pharmacy, I think there is no specific requirements for pharmacy. So he or she just go to the general requirements. Go to the general requirements. If you already fulfill the general requirements, so you will be able to register straight away. If you are not able to register through So if for ICT, let me check the score bank for ICT if there is a specific English requirement. 3.0, 3.5, 3.5. So he need to seek for EPT because went 3.5 and not 3.0. That's why he was told to take EPT exam. I took EPT exam on 14, yeah. So when can I register my course? When you get the result of EPT exam. I belong to Kuliah of Pharmacy. Okay. All right. Thanks, Noor. Anna, yeah.
Again, related publication actually. So, for example, I publish in the Index journal, but I am as a second author. Maybe I put my supervisor as a first author. So, or maybe like I publish, but as a second author. So, in that sense, my publication will be considered.
This is your work or your supervisor's work?
No, I mean, in terms of, it's not about supervisor, maybe with other friends I publish, for example, but as a second author, for example. So, in that sense, how we
there is no problem with that. But, you know, I advise you, if your work belongs to you, just put your name as the first author. Don't put your lecturer's name as the first author. No more question, right? If you have any question, you may come to CPS or to the office of your deputy team if you still want to seek any clarification. No problem. We are here to help you. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Presentation, a very lively presentation. I hope it is clear for everyone. It is very important for all of us to be attentive to the dates of submission, everything, and not to miss out anything. So don't be on your own. I know that research is very, not to say that very lonely, but most of the time you have to be on your own. But don't be really separated from other people, so you won't be missing out important dates and stuff like that. We're waiting for lunch because lunch tak sampai lagi. Lunch is not arriving yet, so we're going to have a just mini Taaruf with the participants. So I'm going to walk to you guys, and if you're lucky enough, I'm going to interview you. Kita mulai dari kanan Dewan. Assalamualaikum. Mesti orang banyak sikit. So I won't go to you. Hi, assalamualaikum, brother. Alright, so introduce yourself, what you're doing, your master PhD, and your interest in research and stuff like that.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Shahmi bin Muhammad Zalani. You guys can call me Shahmi. I'm taking masters. This is my first semester. I'm doing masters in human science communications under the Kuliah of Islamic Religious Knowledge and Human Science. And this is also my first time here in UIA. Before this, I'm taking my bachelor's in UPM. So this is my first time, so I'm not really aware about the terms, the Arabic terms such as I maklum, I taklid. So there's a lot of Arabic terms that I'm not really familiar, but inshallah, progress will take time and maybe I can manage myself to understand. And yeah. Okay, I'm doing Muslim. Yeah, doing Muslim.
Thank you, Brother Shahmi. Right, next. Your video is very beautiful. So, please introduce yourself.
Perlahannya. Kau sikit.
Which guys? So can we have brother to help me to, you guys think that since you sit far away from me, you will be exempted? Can we get some, like someone from there, over there, to introduce themselves?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Asht from Sri Lanka. Now I'm a PhD student in Tech. I got my PhD in Sri Lanka in Islamic Studies and completed my master degree in Sudan. Now I am here.
I see the brother wearing that or what?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I don't speak English so well. My name is Remanda. I come from Indonesia. I'm doing now PhD in Quran and Sunnah Studies. So Arabic is better for me.
The thing is, maybe your English is not that good, but I only know Ariza. Merci.
Apa tu?
I only know that. So I'm consistently can you introduce yourself?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm a student of the Department of Quran Sunnah. My name is Yani from China, and I'm doing the progress for PhD, and I finished my master courses in this university.
Nice to meet you, sister. All right, that's one of the beauty of furthering your master and PhD in IIUM. We get to know so many people at this level. When we came for our degrees and like that, they don't really have background. But when you further your master, you will meet people with many experiences, working experiences, stuff like that, from diverse backgrounds. So it kind of like different experience as compared to when you are in the PhD degree and like that. All right. I need a volunteer. Why I have to pick? Can someone like sister, beautiful eyes, introduce yourself?
I'm doing masters in IIUM psychology and medicine.
Already?
Yeah. I wasn't from here for undergraduate. I did at the University of Melbourne. So also I don't really know all the Arabic terms, but like I think I'm doing a course.
You may again in class 8 inshallah. Do I have another classmate? I saw my classmate, another classmate. Oh, tak nampak betul. Okay, do we have anyone from engineering? You people semua tak mengaku eh. We have one, maybe two actually. If you can you share like your research interest? We want to listen to your research interests, etc.
I have actually applied technology engineering, and I was actually 2 years undergraduate student here, and graduating my master by full research, working as skin cancer science.
Thank you, brother. We have another engineering student here.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Amali. I'm taking master in mechatronic engineering here. I was graduated from IIUM for my degree. I'm doing full coursework. So I'm not doing any thesis here.
You're going to do research paper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
Maybe. I'm taking coursework as well. Or
Yeah,
we have to take
I'm doing a full coursework. Well, from my understanding, I will do some short thesis, I think.
Yeah, research paper for it.
That one, I'm looking forward to study, to make a paper about robotic for logistic management system.
Inshallah. Next. All right, last one. Giving the last one. Can we have a volunteer? Okay, cucuk kau minta lagi dia. Okay, yang pakai tudung pink. Pink apa? Hi, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noor. I'm taking both full-time master in African Consulting. So I intended to do my research on Sekufu, or we call it as Kafa'ah, Kafa'ah Zawaj, Suku in Malaysia. Yeah, thank you. You're going to expect marriage, then going to remember your name. Alright, the one is on your right. Alright, so we're going to have a break and we're going to come back at 2:30, isn't it, Kasa? 2:30, yeah? And this is our you guys can disperse now and have your lunch.